are here in the NTT Experience Center celebrating diversity and its role in innovation. And I am delighted to introduce my guest, Mary Leos, who is Senior Director for our Innovation Centers in the United States. Mary, welcome to the podcast.
Thank you.
So tell us, how are you bringing innovation to clients and to partners in NTT?
Oh, goodness. Well, first, innovation means lots of different things to lots of different people. I don't think it could be a more diverse word. So the first thing we ask is, what does it mean to our clients? And then at that point, we're able to surround them with global IP. We're able to surround them with a number of subject matter experts and partners, all to help them solve very complex business problems. And we use a lot of creativity and diversity to do that.
Wow. Tell us about the studio, the Innovation Centers and the Innovation Studio we have in Plano, Texas.
Sure. So our program is actually the North American Innovation Program, and it includes a set of innovation scientists. They're all about R&D and all about looking at emerging technologies. So these are things that clients might be reading about a little today, but they're not really asking. The application of the technology isn't quite clear yet. So the scientists, that's what they're working on, and they're very tied into our parent company in Tokyo and here in the Silicon Valley area that are working on large R&D projects. So we have all of that goodness that we can bring to clients. And then in the studio, we have a virtual version that we've built on Unity over the last couple of years. And it's a sort of an immersive environment that we can bring our IP to our clients. They don't have to come to us. And it allows us to talk about things that are growth and mainstream. So technologies that are very normal today. But again, innovation might mean a process enhancement. It might mean an RPA solution. It might mean chatbots. It might not mean ChatGPT just yet. So we're on that spectrum of what can technology do for our clients and how will it transform their business.
So tell me about these scientists who focus on emerging technologies. What areas are they focused on?
Well, there's 6 centers globally. We represent North America, and our areas that we're focused on today deal with any kind of mixed reality, so anything in an immersive technology space, and combining that with conversational AI. So people talk about avatars and digital humans. So what does the combination of that look like? And then no one can go a day without talking about generative AI. So how do those types of technologies extend what can happen with large language models? And then we also have a whole team that's focused on smart spaces. So how do you use the environments that you're in to predict behavior so that it's easier for your users or your citizens or your patients? All of those users are part of how can we make their lives easier in these smart spaces?
Wow. So are there some other technologies like quantum computing or digital twin that you look at as well?
Yes. So digital twin is one that's more in our growth pillar here in North America. It's something we've been working on for several years with clients. Quantum computing is something that the other regional centers are looking at. So our friends in Asia, very heavily looking at quantum computing. A lot of the European countries are looking at quantum computing. Here in the North American market, we don't get lots of questions about that. But part of the fun of our role is we get to bring those and start seeding it just to see how our clients will respond.
Wow. So you get a chance to meet with all the exciting companies that you can imagine. Are there any examples that you have about how coming into the studio and the unique approach to essentially using, I understand, creativity and facilitated ideation can unlock innovation?
Yeah, the studio team they are experts at facilitating and moving conversations forward. So one of our charters for the company is how do we accelerate transformation? How do we accelerate innovation with our clients? So these innovation ambassadors, the other part of our team, their role is to facilitate those conversations. So they're a little bit of ideation wranglers, little bit of, maybe they wrestle with hippopotamuses sometimes because, clients in there that are very excited to do ideation and very excited to think differently. And really be open to all the diversity that we can bring, which is, it's people, it's culture, it's ages, it's gender, all of that richness that we can bring forward in these sessions and workshops with our clients. Many of them are very open. Some start out the day, maybe a little like, why am I here? What's going on? I've got like 100 things I need to be doing. And it's really fascinating for me to sit in the back of the room and watch the evolution that always happens. Within a couple of hours, they're completely 100% in. And they're in because of the expertise of the facilitation. It's how do you move that conversation from, I have a really big challenge that I need to solve, and I don't know how to solve it. Because if I knew how to solve it, I wouldn't be here. So I'm here with your team. How do you bring this NTT and NTT Data world of experts together to help me solve it? And that's really a lot of what we do in the studio.
So walk us through an example, bring it to life. Facilitated ideation sounds like something I need a master's degree in to understand.
No, you just need a lot of patience. You need a lot of good planning skills, although the sessions never work 100% how we plan them, because we really are at the mercy of our clients. And if something isn't working, we have to pivot really quickly. One of my least favorite words, but we do it all the time. One of my favorite examples is we had a healthcare client in not that long ago, and they were really looking at telemedicine before it was really cool, right? So the pandemic really accelerated the openness people have to doing telemedicine from home and doctors doing it with you. So they were in probably about 6 months before everything happened with the pandemic, and they were looking at how can we bring this to our patients? What would that look like? So we had a team of partners in. We were looking at all kinds of immersive technologies and avatars, and how would we make sure that the data was shared and it was protected over, the internet and all the things that people would be interested in, and making sure we solved. But we also brought in, we had a couple of UX designers, we had a couple of artists in the room, we had some folks from HR, because they're all going to bring a different perspective of what could that look like and what would it feel like if you're in your home and you're talking to your doctor. So bringing that diverse group in, it wasn't just the technicians, it wasn't just the lawyers, it wasn't just the executives, it was groups that, how do we protect the data? And how does it feel, when you're having that conversation, not really in person with your doctor.
So, well, that's on point with the theme of our event today, diversity and innovation, and bringing those perspectives. One more question on creativity. It sounds like bringing artists in and HR. Walk us through that. Where does that come from, the idea of creativity? Fascinating.
So my first degree was a graphic design degree.
Oh.
So I was a creative director at a technology company, my first job out of college. And I really just wanted to hide. I just wanted to do my art thing and solve a problem and then not talk to anybody. My career didn't go that direction. But being in a technology environment and being a creative person is sometimes quite challenging. And in the conversations that we are having with clients and the problems that we're solving, they're sometimes really big, hairy, ugly problems. Like they don't know exactly how to solve them. And they don't know what the impact will be to their users. Or maybe they're not even thinking about that. So that looking at technology for technology's sake, you can get some great solutions out of that. But if you look at technology from the user standpoint and you look at it from the business application, it's really easy to think about, why wouldn't I bring in these different disciplines to see how they would solve something? And again, artists are beautiful people and they feel things. So when you're looking at communicating with a telemedicine situation with your doctor or your PA, and you want to know how it feels, that's where I think that artist background will be really helpful.
Well, you've sold me. How do I come into the studio and engage with your team?
Well, you can always find me on LinkedIn, Mary Leos. You can always find me there. Or you can just email me at mary.leos@nttdata.com.
Well, I think that I certainly will be, Mary. Thanks for joining us on the podcast.
Thank you.